Most med spas spend thousands of dollars getting a new client to walk through their door and then let that client walk out without a plan to bring them back. Today, I'm going to show you 5 simple ways to fix that and turn every single client into repeat revenue. Here's what I see every single week. Practice owners pouring money into marketing to get new leads. New patients walk in, they get a great service, they leave happy, and then nothing. No follow-up, no next appointment, no membership, just silence. And then that same owner calls me wondering why revenue isn't growing. I'm Kelly Smith, founder of Projected Growth Consulting. For over 20 years, my team and I have worked with thousands of medical spas and aesthetic practices to grow their revenue and their profits. And I can tell you the fastest way to grow your business isn't always getting more new clients. It's getting the ones you already have to come back more often. Think about it. You've already spent the money to get them in. You've already built trust. So why are you starting from scratch every single month? Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 proven strategies that my most successful clients use to keep their chairs full, their schedules booked, and their revenues growing month after month. And I'll tell you right now, number 3 is the one most practices completely ignore, and it's costing them a fortune. Let's start with the simplest one, and honestly, the one that drives me crazy because it's so easy to fix. I was working with a practice not long ago. Beautiful facility, wonderful injector, really talented estheticians, but when I looked at their numbers, their client return rate was terrible. Only about 30% of their clients were coming back for a second visit. So I asked the owner, what does your team say to the client at checkout? And she looked at me as if I was speaking a different language. Here's what was happening. The client would finish their treatment, walk up to the front, pay, and the front desk would say, thank you so much, have a great day. That's it. No mention of when should you come back? Let's book your next appointment. Let's make sure you stay on schedule. Did you want to know more about our membership? What about our upcoming event? Nothing. So we changed one thing. We trained the front desk and the providers to have what I call the rebooking conversation. It's simple. Before the client even gets to the front desk, the provider says something like, your skin is going to look amazing. To keep these results, we should see you again in 4 to 6 weeks. Let's get that on the calendar before you leave so you don't have trouble finding this time slot that you want. That's it. It's not pushy. It's not salesy. It's just good client care. You're telling them what they need to do in order to maintain and protect their results. Within 60 days, that practice went from a 30% retention rate to over a 55% retention rate. Same clients, same services, just one simple conversation. So let me ask you this. Do you know what your rebooking rate is now? If you don't, that's your homework for today. Go look at how many of your clients from last month already have their next appointments booked, or even look 90 days ago. Every 90 days, how many times are they coming in? Or 6 months? That number will do everything you need to know. Now, rebooking is great, but you want to know something that's even better? When your clients are paying you every single month, whether they come in or not. That's the power of a membership program. I work with practices all the time who either don't have a membership or they have one that nobody's signing up for. And usually it's because they've made it way too complicated. I had a client who created a membership with 6 different tiers. 6. Each one had different services, discounts, rules. The staff couldn't even understand it or explain it. If your staff can't explain your membership in 30 seconds, your clients definitely are not signing up. So we simplified it. We created what I call a sticky membership. Here's how that works. First, keep it simple. 1 tier, maybe 2 max. A base membership might include 1 service a month, like a facial or a certain number of toxin units per quarter, locked in at a rate that's better than walk-in pricing. Second, add some real perks. Members get 15% off all other services. They get priority booking, and maybe they get a birthday treatment, early access to new events. These perks make them feel like VIP. And third, make the value obvious. This is one that no one does. When someone's paying $199 a month, but they're getting a $300 or $400 service, that is important to explain that they are saving almost 50%. You need to show that valuation. The math will do the selling for you. Your team just has to show them the comparison. The practice I just mentioned, after we simplified their memberships, they went from 40 members to over 200 in 5 months. That's predictable, reoccurring revenue every single month. And those members spend 2 or 3 times more than your non-members do on their average tickets or their spend per year. Now, memberships and rebooking get clients on the calendar. But what about the clients who slip through the cracks? The one who came in once or twice and then just disappeared. That's where number 3 comes in. And this is the one I see almost every practice getting wrong. This is a big one. If you're not following up with your clients after they leave, you are leaving money on the table, full stop. Most practices think, well, if they want to come back, they'll call us. No, they won't. Life gets busy. They forget. They start looking at your competitor's Instagram. And just like that, you've lost them. Not because they had a bad experience, but because you went silent. I had a client pull a report from their software, and they had over 800 clients who hadn't been in for more than 90 days. 800. And not a single one of them had been contacted. That's not a marketing problem. That's a standard operations problem or a follow-up problem. So here's exactly what your follow-up system should look like. I call it the 3-touch comeback system. Touch 1, 48 hours after their visit, send a quick text or email, something personal. Hey, Sarah, it was great seeing you yesterday. Your skin looked amazing. Don't forget to use that SPF we talked about every day, whether it's sunny or not. I can't wait to see you the next time you come in. That's it. Short, sweet, and personal. Customer service is very underrated. Touch 2, 2 weeks out from when they should rebook at their treatment cycle, which is every 6 weeks. We reach out. Hey, Sarah, just a heads up. You're coming up on your next treatment time in a few weeks. I've got a couple spots open next week if you want to grab one before they fill up. This is a way to create a little urgency without being pushy and showing excellent customer service and follow-up. Touch 3, the win back. If someone hasn't been in for 90 days or say 60 days, then send them a special offer. Here's a free facial with your next visit, or here's 15% off your next visit, or here's a gift card for your next visit. This is the safety net for those clients who slipped away. Now, I know what you're thinking. Kelly, I don't have time to send all these messages. You don't have to. Most CRM systems and practice management software are automated to do all 3 of these things. You set it up once, and it runs on its own. Your clients feel cared for, and they do not feel forgotten. You know that practice with the 800 lost clients? After we set up the system, they brought back over 200 of those clients in the first 60 days. That revenue already has made a huge difference for their practice. Here's what I see. There's a massive shift that happens with practices I work with, and it starts by changing how you think about selling. Most med spas sell services: 1 Botox appointment, 1 facial, 1 laser session. The client comes in, gets a service, and we hope they'll come back. But hope is not a strategy or a business plan. The top practices that I work with don't sell services. They sell transformation, treatment plans, and memberships. That completely shifts the dynamic. Here's what one looks like. Instead of a client coming in for 1 microneedling session, your provider does a consultation and says, based on your skin goals, I recommend a series of 3 sessions 4 weeks apart. By the end, you'll see a real difference in texture and your tone. And we can add a medical grade facial between those sessions to boost your results. Now, you've just turned 1 appointment into 4, and you've given the client a clear path to the results they actually want, the transformation they're looking for, and they already know they're going to pay money to get it. Think about it this way. When you go to the dentist, they don't just clean your teeth and say, good luck, maybe we'll see you again sometime. No, they schedule you for your next cleaning. They give you a treatment plan. If you need a filling or a crown, they map it out. That's what clients expect from you. They want to be guided. You need to lead the dance. And here's the bonus. When you present a treatment plan, you can offer package pricing that gives discounts. You can give them ways to save a little money and lock in those 4 to 5 visits up front. Everybody wins, and your client gets the transformational results they're looking for, which is always combination therapy. I worked with a practice that started presenting treatment plans for every single new client. Their average revenue per client went from $350 to $900 in the first visit, not because they were aggressively selling, but because they were giving clients real treatment plans to get the transformations they were looking for. Your client comes to you because they want results. It's your job to give them the roadmap. All right. Here's the last one, and this one is so powerful because it does double duty. It keeps your existing clients engaged and it brings in new ones at the same time. I'm talking about turning your happy clients into your referral engine. Most practices have no referral program at all. They just hope their clients will tell their friends, and some do, but most don't. Unless you give them a reason and make it easy, you don't get as many referrals. Here's a simple structure for referrals that works. I call it bring a friend system. When a current client refers someone new, both of them get something. The existing client might get a $50 gift card off their next service, and the new client gets a welcome offer, maybe a free add-on with their first treatment. This is a win for both of them. And your cost of acquiring that new client has just dropped to almost nothing compared to paying for new leads. A new lead costs $100 to $300, a new acquisition $1,000 to $1,500. But don't stop there. Your happiest clients need to leave your reviews. We need to ask for reviews. We need to make it easy. We need to give them a link. We need to text them or put a QR code at the front desk. The fewer steps and the easier it is for them to do it, the more reviews you'll get. So as a client is checking out, make sure to offer that QR code so that you get your 5-star reviews that you deserve. This is an emotional connection and it even makes them more likely to come back. One of my clients implemented this system, and within the first 90 days, 35% of their clients were coming from referrals. That's clients who almost never referred before they made this change. So let's bring it full circle. Remember what I said at the start? Most med spas spend thousands of dollars a month to get new leads and new clients in the door, and they let them walk out without a plan to bring them back. Now you have this plan, 5 simple strategies: the rebooking conversation, the sticky membership, the 3-touch comeback system, the treatment plans instead of one-time services, and the referral program that turns happy clients into your marketing engine. You don't have to do all 5 of these at once. Pick one, start there, get it working, and then add the next one. This is how you build a practice with predictable, growing revenue without spending more on marketing. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, I know I need to do this, but I don't know where to start with my specific practice, that's exactly what we do. We help you figure that out. So click the button below and book a complimentary strategy session with my team. We'll look at your numbers, your capacity, and your retention together and help you figure out your next best move. And if this was helpful, please subscribe to the channel and like our videos. We drop tips like this twice a week to help you grow your revenue, your team, and most importantly, your profits. Before you go, I want you to think about this. How many clients came through your door in the last 90 days that you haven't heard from? The number is your biggest opportunity. Drop in the comments. I'd love to know, are you not sure about your retention ratios or how many visits people have a year? Because remember, it's not about what you know, it's about what you do. And as I always say, it's all about the implementation. So let me know below whether you know your retention ratios and whether you have a comeback strategy that's working well. And I hope to see you next week. Thanks for sharing.